everyone, welcome to the new video. So today we'll see the demo for Flux CD. So let's go.
Today we saw about the theory part for the flux. Today we'll do a little bit, a small demo to show how flux get bootstrapped and what all files it creates and everything. Okay, so just what you have to do is in your GitHub repo, you just have to create a new repository. Okay, just create a new repository with any name like Flux use case, Flux demo. So I've created this Flux Nginx use case. Just create a public new repository. Then you don't have to do anything. You don't have to add anything. You don't have to, this folder that you are seeing over here, it has got created after I have bootstrapped the Flux. So you don't have to create anything. I'll tell you what command you have to run, and the Flux will itself create this folder inside your repo. Because once you will run the bootstrap command, then Flux will install its controllers so that it can keep a watch on this GitHub repo. Okay. So for Flux, we need one cluster or one minikube, anything on which because Flux is bootstrapped with a cluster and a GitHub repo. So GitHub repo, whatever changes are there in our GitHub repo, the cluster, those changes will be visible on those cluster or on that minikube or whatever you are using, anything whatever you are using. So right now I'm using minikube. So what is the command? So after starting my minikube, everything you see, I've started my minikube. If I show the status, so it's running. Now we have to run the command for bootstrap. I'll explain the command So I'm running this command on CMD. Okay. So for that we have to run flux bootstrap GitHub and then the owner. Now you will wonder that how we will run this flux bootstrap command, how this command will run flux. For that we need to install flux first. You can install it on Windows using Choco, install flux, and after running this command you just have to do flux hyphen hyphen version if it's a Windows. If it's a Mac, then you have to use it, you have to give brew command. You can get these command to install Flux. It is a very one-liner command. You just have to run. It will install Flux, and then you can check whether Flux is installed by just running Flux hyphen hyphen version. Once Flux is installed, you can run this Flux bootstrap command. Nothing has to be done. So it's just a one-liner command that you have to search that if your OS is Windows or Linux or it's Mac, what command you have to run. After installing your Flux, just check the Flux version whether it is installed or not, and that's it. After that we can run the Flux bootstrap command. In Flux bootstrap command we have to give, and I'm running all this on CMD. Mine is Windows, and I'm running all these commands on CMD. For information, then Flux bootstrap GitHub hyphen hyphen owner. So owner name has to be given, whatever owner name it's there. Like mine is Sakshi Gautam. The name is Sakshi Gautam, so I've given Sakshi Gautam. You can easily find it on in your GitHub in the profile section. When you open your profile, you will get the name. Okay. Then the repository which has to be linked. So the repository you have created, I've created Flux Nginx use case. Whatever repository you created that I asked to create you, so you can get the name after creating that repository. You can get the name over here at the top. So that name has to be given. Then the branch, which branch you are linking your repo and the cluster. So I'm linking it with main branch. So because it's main, if it's master, if it's any other branch, you have to give that branch name. Then path, where is your minikube exactly located? So it is located like where is the folder when you downloaded it and whenever you configured your cluster or whatever it is, then what is the path where it was, where it is the folder, you have to give that path. So that path I've given, and personal, because I have to give my personal access token, everything that. So that's it. This command, once you run, I've already run it, so that's why I'm not running it. But after this command, you will amend this command according to your inputs. After you will do all the commands, it will ask for GitHub per PAT. PAT is personal access token. It will ask for your personal access token of GitHub to authenticate whether you know uh, you are the right person or not. So from where you can create the personal access token, you just have to go to your profile, go to settings, and then you go to, developer settings. See, there are developer settings. Then you can easily go to, after developer settings, you can go to personal access token and create token classic. Once you go to token classic, you will be able to, create whatever, personal access token. You can generate new token, whatever, whatever command you want to give, whatever permissions you want to give, you can give in that. And accordingly, once your token is created, that token, 1 second, I'm going here. Okay, that token you need to apply. So it will be in format of GHP. So the token will be in format of GHP and underscore and whatever, there will be few characters following it. So but it will be starting with GHP. So once it is created, so once you create this first, so that once you run this command, when it asks for the personal access token, you can provide it instantly. After providing it, your Flux will create the folder. So you can see this folder, this is the path that I given. So it created the minikube folder Flux system namespace. It is a default namespace which is created, and that side that namespace, I already discussed this yesterday, that will create 3 files. Got k components.yaml, got k sync.yaml, and customization.yaml file. So these are very important files. You know, customization.yaml file contains all those resources file which it has to monitor. So right now Flux has to monitor these 2 files. So basically Flux is monitoring this cluster, okay, this folder, sorry, because we have given this folder path while giving the bootstrap command. So whatever is inside this folder, that is being monitored by Flux. Whatever is created inside this folder dot minikube. If anything is created outside this folder, that is not getting monitored by Flux system. So for that also there are, some we have to create multiple customization.yaml file, so that if something we have created outside the cluster, outside this folder which is created by Flux, so we want it to get monitored by Flux. So for that we need to create multiple customization.yaml files so that the monitoring can happen. So that is something which is, that is something advanced little bit, but this is a simple one. So right now, just try this out, these steps, so that we can, from in the next video, I'll explain like what all these three file is actually doing, what is the content, what it is actually doing, and a little bit, we'll deploy a small pod using Flux. We'll see how Flux is deploying a pod but why only we will just keep the manifest file inside this folder, and we'll see how, automatically Flux is picking that up and deploying it. So that we'll do tomorrow. Till then, you try to complete till here. The understanding of all these files and everything, we'll cover it in tomorrow's video.
That's all for today's video. I hope it's helpful. Please let me know your views in the comment section. Till then, take care. Bye.